Meraki back on the Crafty Meraki YouTube channel today with a card made with some of the new release. So this is the Madison Meraki Flora Paradise, and it's a lovely kind of violet, I think it's a violet, yeah, flower. So we are going to ink blend on these today. So I've already cut these out of white cardstock, and I just cut the pieces through once, and so I've only used the two bigger flowers and the 4 leaves. I didn't actually do like the little bud one as well. Now here is a top tip for ink blending small pieces. Use a little bit of non-permanent like tape roller to stick your piece down to your work mat before you start ink blending. So that way you don't have to kind of try to use your fingers and hold something that is teeny tiny. It works a treat. So the colors I've picked out here are Mustard Seed for the yellow, and then we also got a little bit of Wilted violet and some Villainous potion for the sort of purpley outside bits. So I take my ink pads, or just watch what I'm doing rather than listen to what I'm saying, because I'm talking a lot of nonsense. So I take my blending brush and I dab it onto my ink pad, and then I dab it onto the lid before I start ink blending. So this, for me anyway, I find it just gives me a really nice and even coverage of ink on my brush, as well as kind of take off that excess so that you don't get the big splotches. Now I've gone around the outside here to try to keep things separate, so the yellow is yellow and the purple is purple. I did see my friend Ilda do a super cool trick with some masking, so you're definitely gonna want to check her blog post, or is it maybe even a video? Yeah, I will link that down below as well, so you can check that out, because she did a fantastic job. Now with the leaves, I have used Mowed Lawn and Rustic Wilderness. So this is what the pieces look like when I'm finished, and you can see that it's got a little bit of like depth and dimension to them. So I really love how they turned out. Now I've used the same 2 greens for my backgrounds, and I've only kind of ink blended a little bit in the bottom there to kind of give a bit of a green feel for where my leaves are gonna go. And then I did splatter some gold on top of that, because I'm addicted to gold splatters. Then we're going to arrange our pieces onto the background here. And this is why I wanted kind of like a green haze around the bottom, just to kind of make it look a little bit bigger, but still keeping it quite clean and simple, because I do struggle with my white space. It's I find it very difficult, but I'm trying, I'm working on it. Now on the back of these, you might notice that I've added a little bit of yellow cardstock, and I've also propped up the inner pieces there, just to kind of give it a little bit more of dimension. And here's another trick to add dimension to your card, is using foam tape and liquid adhesive. So you add your pieces so they all have different heights, and it just really helps adding that kind of depth and dimension and make it look really realistic as well, because flowers aren't flat unless you press them, but we want like life and dimension and layers on our cards, or I do anyway. That's my go-to move, I'm not gonna lie. So then we're gonna add these directly onto our background here, and then once those flowers are stuck down as well, you might want to like prop up those inner pieces a little bit, so that yellow cardstock at the back of the flowers poke out a little bit. Then if you're adding some of these leaves with foam tape, you are going to want to obviously glue down your leaves that are going to be flat with your liquid adhesive first, and then add your 1 or 2 leaves with foam tape on top, just so that you don't get like, you're still going to want it to look nice and even, so that it doesn't kind of look mumbly jumbly. Yeah, I know I'm mumbly jumbling here in this voiceover, but hopefully you will listen, not listen to what I'm saying. Do what I say rather than, do what I do. No, that's not it either. Do what I do rather than listen to what I say, because yeah, right now it's just a load of nonsense. But yeah, we're gonna try to get better at that. Less nonsense and more card making. Yes, but at least we have some fun, right? So the sentiment is from the special delivery stamp set, and this is one that I go to all the time for sentiment, because there's so many good ones, and thinking of you is always a good one. Now, when you're adding your sentiments, if you're using strips, a really good tip as well is for lining it up straight is to use the grid on your workman, if you have grids on your workman. And then you can make sure that you get it on really nice and straight. This has helped me out so many times because I am notorious for getting my sentiments on wonky. Now, it wouldn't be an Erica card without some bling, right? So we had the gold opal gems to the rescue. And I was thinking at first that I was only going to add one to the middle. And so I did just that. And then I sat and looked at the card and I thought, it feels a bit naked. So we're going to add some more. Yeah. 2 just wasn't enough. I tried stopping it 2, but I couldn't. I tried. I promise I tried. But it just, no. No, we had to add some more. And you get so many in the pots. So, like, why not use them, right? So, yeah, I did just that. Yeah, just a few more, mind you. And I do not need anyone to point out that there's more in the background than it is on the actual flowers. Thank you very much. I am well aware. But I'm hoping that seeing me use all of this bling will encourage you to use all of your bling as well. And with that, the card is done. Easy peasy, right?